today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they get a stern road test as they come into this one after losing in London a week ago.
Yeah, the schedule makers gave them a pretty tough stretch here. I think we'll know early on whether these guys are ready to play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go offensively for the first time with Gardner Minshew, former 6th-round pick at QB.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to find Kirk, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Carried by number 45. The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 3.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
The kicker on.
A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
His kick.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown! Cam Akers. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and he will score. Touchdown! And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. That is to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8 for 45. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It leads to second.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
First and 10.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign. Steady
as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, more opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
43-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Going up top for Cup. And coverage, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Wilson picking it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
2nd and 2.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Complete.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 36 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 7.
From the 31, Minshew. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin.
Minshew's
a gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights him off, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Fourth down.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 41. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. Create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 30.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a gain of 7.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle complete. It's Freeman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll throw now on the final play. And find Everett there complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's the end.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2. Wilson. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. For that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the
40-yard line.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for a fourth time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
At their
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
8-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time a 6-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And some room to run now. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flushed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that takes us from second to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll get this one to Kupp complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
By number 45.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
9-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now Minshew. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A quick pass to Kupp. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they get to Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
At the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. From the left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Rams on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they need. It's intercepted. Picked up by Demonte Casey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Woods.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And first, good for 20 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Thrown away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And the 2nd down throw on target. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes. Stack the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Wilson out to his left. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp in the final minute. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
So Minshew and the Jaguars down by 7, a little under 50 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard.